Greetings, 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 royal family. I'm back. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another episode of the Morning Boogie with me, Royal B. Today is March 3rd, 2020, Tuesday. So, hope you guys are having a positive morning so far. I know I am. Energy is high, and I am totally here for it. Good morning, Josie. Welcome, welcome. Josie is first in attendance in the chat. Welcome. Glad to see you here. So, I don't even know where to start. Just make sure as you're coming in, ladies and gentlemen, show your girl some love and hit the thumbs up button. Like the video. If you want to wait till the end of the stream, that is no problem. Ah, boy, where do I want to begin? A lot went on yesterday and the day before that too, as far as the media is concerned. Not too many topics, just two main topics. But you know how we do here. We tend to drift off. Did you guys watch your reality TV yesterday? I know I did. So I normally wait until a few people roll in the chat. If you're watching the replay, I appreciate your patience. Hopefully you've hit the like button and made yourself comfortable for the upcoming commentary. Ah, boy. Megan Thee Stallion, huh? So she basically sued her record label. Master P and Romeo were on not Growing Up Hip Hop, The Breakfast Club yesterday. And I was excited. I was totally excited. As soon as I got off of the pre-recorded live stream yesterday, I saw it pop up, and it was a good interview. Greetings, don't try me. Hey, I want to save Master P and Romeo for the end. Hopefully you guys got an opportunity to watch the Breakfast Club interview. I promise you won't be disappointed. Maybe some people will, whoever doesn't like Romeo, but it was such a freaking good interview. Like, Master P was dropping jewels. I was taking notes, y'all, seriously, because any type of positive advice, free game that an OG is kicking, I'm listening. Greetings, Anjanette. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so let's talk about this Meg and the Stallion situation. Did you hear all the goings on with Hot Girl Meg? Hot Girl Meg said she is tired and she is fed up. So she went on Instagram live a couple days ago. Yes, Juanita, great rising, grand rising. Yes, greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome to the chat. So Megan Thee Stallion, right? So the other day she went onto Instagram and she had like a little story time. I like her live. She's very entertaining and she's funny, right? So she was talking about that. She was talking about not being able to make records. Now, when I saw this, I said, okay, this will be a good topic to talk about on the morning show. But late last night, there were some new developments in the story. So bear with me, guys. She is signed to the independent record label of 1501 Entertainment. And that record label is owned by Carl Crawford. Name sounds familiar? Carl Crawford is the ex, whatever he was, fiance, boyfriend of Evelyn Lozada. Yes, from Basketball Wives. Correct. Small world, right? A mess. So she said that Meg said that their relationship turned sour, to say the least, after she asked Carl and everyone at 1501 Entertainment to renegotiate her contract. Now, she was told, Megan, that she is not going to be allowed to release any new music. So again, she went on Instagram Live and she explained what happened. So she found out that there was some things in her previous contract that she was not aware of. Now, Meg Thee Stallion is signed to Roc Nation Management. Meg said that she signed the contract with 1501 when she was 20. I don't know how old Meg Thee Stallion is now. But she signed this contract when she was 20, so she didn't know. You hear this all the time. People are just excited. They excited that they're going to be signed to a label. They just want to put out an album, make money. Didn't really read the contract, yada yada. So she recently signed with Roc Nation Management a few months back. So as a management company, rightfully so, they're looking over her contract. Remember, she's not signed to Jay-Z's music record label, right? That's her management company. So they're looking over her paperwork, making sure everything was all good. So they said to her, "Hey, Meg, did you take a closer look at this contract?" It's not what they said. I'm paraphrasing. And she's like, "Nah." She said, "When I signed, I didn't really know what was in my contract. I was young. I was like 20. This is what Meg said in the video, her Instagram video. And Meg basically said that Roc Nation Management said to her, "Hey, you need to take a look at this, and you might want to, see what you can do about it." So she went back to her record label and she pointed out, those things. She did specify, but not everything. Basically, the record label would be getting 60%. She would be getting 40%, right, out of all earnings from her music. And as per her contract, she would have to give the engineer, the sound man, and all those other people who make the hits happen, she would have to pay those people out of her 40%. So basically, Carl Crawford and 1501 Entertainment would be getting more than 50%. That's crazy. So again, Roc Nation pointed this out, and she went back to Carl and them. And she just approached them and asked, "Hey, can we renegotiate our contract?" So they were like, "Nah. And as a matter of fact, you're not even going to be able to release any new music until we say so," which I think is foolish. If this is how it really went. These are her words. You guys, I'm pretty sure some of you saw the live. If not, you can watch it. So my whole thing is, if they are getting 60%, 1501 Entertainment is getting 50%, Meg is getting 40%, and out of that 40%, she's required to pay the sound guy, pay this producer, so on and so forth. Same thing when she does her live shows. Why would you try to stop her from making records? You see how that's a blessing in disguise? Why would you try to stop her from making music? That stops your money, no? As a record label. Whatever. Listen, it is what it is. So over the weekend, 1501 Entertainment CEO and founder Carl Crawford. I remember when Evelyn was on The Breakfast Club a while back, and she did talk briefly about Carl Crawford's label, and Meg Thee Stallion, said, "Oh yeah, that's Carl Crawford's label," and it's an independent label. Meg is not an independent artist, obviously, because she's signed to a record label, but this record company is an independent company. So it seems like he went on to Twitter. Everybody takes their grievances to social media. And he posted about the situation. This was after Meg did her live video. He posted about loyalty, and he put, "At a time when loyalty is at an all-time low, it's nice to be linked with," and then he added Jay Prince. Jay Prince is a rapper who is steady teaching me how to move in this cutthroat industry. And I know that terrifies some, especially the ones who double cross me. And then he put hashtag payback is a blank. I don't understand what the big deal is about renegotiating a contract. I feel that if Megan was a man, this wouldn't be an issue. There were hashtag free Meg, free Meg Thee Stallion. When the Locks did it back in the day, when they wanted to be released from Bad Boy, actually, because they realized that their contract wasn't working to their benefit. They tried renegotiating, that didn't work. Then they wanted to get off of the Bad Boy label, but Puffy wouldn't release them. There were huge campaigns, free the Locks, and everybody was rooting for them. There are some people, of course, that are rooting for Meg Thee Stallion, and I just don't understand why she cannot renegotiate her contract. Now, she didn't say, "I want to leave this record label," but she is a lot wiser now. She's older now, and she's making more money. If you automatically get defensive when your client or your artist wants to renegotiate a contract, then that just screams shady business practices that you're trying to keep hidden. Something obviously is fishy about the record deal because Roc Nation pointed it out, and Roc Nation didn't approach you. They pointed it out to Meg. That's why she hired them, or that's why she signed with them, and she brought it to you professionally. Meg said that she's not confrontational whatsoever. She doesn't like to fight. I get that. So I feel because she is a woman on the come up, she was disrespected. And I didn't like the fact that Carl, in his post, why are you tagging Jay Prince? What does Jay Prince have to do with this? Jay Prince is not signed. Jay Prince is not the 1501 Entertainment record company owner, unless he's a silent owner and we don't know, or a silent partner. What does Jay Prince have to do with this? And why are you bringing Jay Prince into this? This is an issue between yourself and your artist. So what is this? The two of you are going to kind of gang up on Meg? Not here for it. So I said to myself, all right, we shall see how this plays out. Well, yesterday, it was reported by TMZ. Okay, TMZ is the source, so we don't know how credible this is, because they get it wrong sometimes. So it was reported, and I thought that this was fairly quick. She sues Carl and them. So she says that, the record label won't intimidate her. She's not going to let them intimidate her. And she also gets the green light for new music. So she is supposed to be putting out new music this Friday. And I said to myself, that was pretty fast. That was pretty darn fast. Was this a publicity stunt? And if so, well played. So she says that, Meg goes on to say, this is an update to the story. Meg, she says that certain executives basically at her record label have a reputation for bullying and strong-arming their artists. She's taking them to court, and she went on the offensive by filing this suit Monday. That was yesterday. She filed a suit against 1501 Certified Entertainment and Carl Crawford. She's been pissed about her contract, pretty much. She was upset. They did not want her to renegotiate, yada, yada. Just went into all of that, right? A district judge in Harris County, Texas, granted Megan a temporary restraining order, which prevents her label from blocking the music she plans to drop on Friday. In the suit, Megan lays out the most outrageous terms of her contract, at least in her eyes. For instance, again, she claims that the deal calls for 1501 Certified to get 60% of her recording income. The remaining 40% goes to her, but she has to use that to pay engineers, mixers, featured artists who work on her song. See what I'm saying? That's crazy to me. And I think because I understand that that's the way the business is, trust me, listen, if you lived through the bad boy era, then you already know. This is not the first and probably won't be the last that we have seen this, but I do think it's very important that if you are going to be in the music business, specifically because of this instance, I think money management, the actual business of music should be studied. And I know hindsight is 2020, but her mother was a rapper as well. She passed away, Meg's mother, and she kind of set her up, not in a bad way, but like educated her on certain things. So I think that she was just excited. She was very young, and it happens all the time. I mean, a lot of people, when you go to get a loan for whatever, house, car, whatnot, you're not sitting there reading pages and pages of contracts. Some people don't even know to ask certain questions, and the salesman's job is to sell you to get the sale, so he or she could get their commission, right? If you don't ask, they don't tell. You may find someone who is, ethical or empathetic and will tell you this, that, but it is a business. It's a business, in fact. So I like the fact that, number one, I think one of the smartest things that she did was sign on to Rock Nation as far as management is concerned. I think that was smart. Secondly, she does write her own lyrics, so I'm hoping that going forward, she owns the masters and she owns everything that she writes and creates. So she's learning. She's definitely learning. I wish that she would have, maybe I missed it, but I didn't see where she was educating artists like, look, you have to make sure that you do this, do that, putting people up on game. And I'm sure she will. Yeah, I guess she can be considered a victim of her immaturity, I guess, or her ignorance. Not, ignorance meaning she didn't know. You don't know what you don't know. So this is a lesson, a good lesson for a lot of these artists to learn. But her having Rock Nation on her side is a plus. And I just don't understand why Carl Crawford tagged Jay Prince in that tweet. I don't get that. Like, what are you trying to do here? You know what I mean? What is this all about? Yeah, and even her live shows. A lot of artists, they tour, they do live shows, and they usually get a bulk of the money from that. But that even benefited the label more than it benefited her. So according to the suit, let's see, the contract calls for all money from Megan's touring and live performances to be paid directly to 1501 Certified. She says the label is supposed to give her a proper accounting of what she's owed, but claims what they've provided is incomplete and purposely and deceptively vague. So the record company should give a sheet accounting for what it is that she owes, what it is that she is owed, but they haven't. So receipts, basically. And Megan also claims that Crawford has been using his relationship with Rap-A-Lot Records founder Jay Prince to intimidate people in the industry. That makes sense, because when I first saw the initial story and saw what Carl Crawford tweeted, I said, what the heck does Jay Prince have to do with this? He's trying to intimidate her. That's exactly what they're doing. In the suit, she claims Crawford pressured a producer to hand over beats by saying Prince would be pissed. Megan claims Prince is notorious in the industry for strong arm intimidation tactics, and the comment was taken as a physical threat of harm. Megan thinks that Jay Prince has had a hand in an online smear campaign against her, including the recent story about her getting arrested 5 years ago. Remember, she did a live talking about how she got arrested over her ex-boyfriend, because they were fighting because her mugshot surfaced. And she said that she got a measly $10,000 advance when she signed to the label as well. $10,000, $10,000. I know people who get more than that in their tax return. $10,000. So she's suing Carl and 1501 Certified Entertainment for at least $1 million in damages. Megan is not suing Jay Prince. And the temporary restraining order that she got also prevents the label from attacking or abusing her on social media. Megan's attorney tells TMZ, "We are very happy the court granted our temporary restraining order and thrilled that the world should be able to now hear Megan's new music on March 6th. We will now proceed with the other claims set forth in the lawsuit." Of course, TMZ attempted to reach out to Crawford and Jay Prince camp, and they got no response. Of course. What the heck are you going to say? There's nothing for you to say. So, now I'm going to be honest. I was a little worried. Okay? I was like, ooh, I wonder if they're going to try to blacklist her, if they're going to try to blackball her. But I think she will be fine, because again, she is signed to Rock Nation Management. She over there taken pictures with Blue Ivy and Miss Yonsei. Okay, she'll be alright. If anything, Carl Crawford. Because what other artists does he have? I don't even know what other artists he has on the label. You see, you never win when you play dirty. You never win when you play dirty. I know he was shook when he found out that she signed to Rock Nation Management. Look at Rock Nation out here doing the Lord's work. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Because, I get distracted, so. Hey, everybody. Hope you guys are hitting the like button. She was 23. Why did Rock Nation sign her before reading the contract that she had? It's not. Rock Nation is a management company, not a record label. So it doesn't matter. They just represent the artists. They have nothing to do with. It's kind of like what do you call it? Public relations and just representation, and they don't really like what's the word that I'm looking for? They help the artists with marketing. You know what I mean? So if there's anything that they need to clean up or point out, they can't intervene in her record contract, her with the record label, because they have no dealings with that. So yeah, Rock Nation is just a management company. Like you have a manager and then you're signed to a record label, but you have your manager or a management company that may get you deals, may get you sponsorships, may get you collaborations, with other artists in a sense, not necessarily musically, but yeah, so it would either way, they still getting their money. They probably didn't have, and being that she was not their client prior to her signing up with them, they probably couldn't get access to her contract because they were not on paper representing her. So I guess once she signed with Rock Management, they're now on paper as her management company, and they can be granted access to her contracts and whatever other contracts she has with whoever else. Greetings, One Don Diva. Hey, Jay Prince is the OG, and yes, But you know what? See, it means a whole lot in the streets. But see, what people sometimes, not that you don't know this, I'm just saying, sometimes that street justice don't work in a boardroom. Ask Dame Dash. Being from Houston. Greetings, Tina Marie. Welcome. Being from Houston and knowing a lot of artists, I don't know why she trusted. Right. And there's okay. So we have a fellow Houstonian. Is that what I would say? Houstonian. What her mother was Meg's mother was a rapper, right? But what was her who was she affiliated with? You know how people like these cliques, they run together and everybody it's a small world or whatever. Because her mother had a lot of influence from what I read, even when Meg first came out. So from what I've been reading and what Meg has been saying, and I don't know why people are so scared of Jay Prince. Him and his son Jazz are both corny in the interactions I've had with them. Nobody is mainstream. It's Megan. And you know what's but you know what? I wonder, why would she sign with an independent label? I don't know. You never know why some people do these things. Hey, Ray, greetings. How are you, Ray? Ray Dalback. Lovely Tie. Oh, Lovely T has an interesting video just dropped, very informative and alternative perspective on the Meg Thee Stallion. Do share if you have time. What is the gist of what she was saying? Jay Prince has major pull in these streets. Yeah, Carl made a chess move getting Jay Prince on his team. Rock Nation has their hands full. Trust and believe. Let's see. But see, the thing is, Jay Prince, okay. I understand that Jay Prince only steps in the yeah. He's trying to be polished and refined or what have you. But here's what I don't think is going to happen. I don't think this is going to turn into a Jay-Z versus Jay Prince thing, because I did read Oh no. Don't try me. Are you in here? Are you paying attention to the chat? Right. So her being from the south side, her mom probably looked to Swisher House. Okay. So she trusted T Farron, South previous reputation. Well, he isn't the businessman he used to be. Okay. Thank you for that. Tina Marie. Come on, Tina Marie. Let me tell you something. Tina Marie, if this is your first time here, we are all over the place. We switch topics like crazy. I love Tina Marie. Square Biz. Are you a Tina Marie fan? Tina Marie? Cause you just took it back. I'm about to play some music when I get up off this live. Oh, you're watching Lovely T. What was Lovely T saying? Oh, Fire and Desire. You see how we be all over the place? I love it. I love y'all. Y'all mad fun. Not Fire and Desire. You turned on. Remember on Martin when Gina and Martin was singing Fire and Desire? You were cold as ice long ago. Don't get me singing on here, y'all. Ah. T. Farris managed an artist named Propane. He had a great buzz. T. Farris single-handedly killed his career. He's just recovering. Okay. I gotta look up T. Farris some more. Oh, now they just called me Tina Marie so much as a kid named Tina. I just accepted it. Oh, okay. She's naming Jay Prince. Is almost like Malcolm was. I don't. She didn't name. Oh well, you know what? She's not suing him, but you're right. In the documentation. But see, I don't. I thought about that too. The kid JL. Welcome, by the way. This is my first time seeing you here. Well, that's hopefully not. I get what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? I get what you're saying, but she named him in the court documents, but he's not. She's not suing him. She's not suing Jay Prince. What the heck would she be suing Jay Prince for? Jay Prince is not the owner of 1501 Entertainment. Unless, listen, I could be totally wrong. I'm reading the documentation. I'm reading the documentation obtained by TMZ, so I could be wrong. But she didn't name him in the suit because, again, what would she be suing him for? Wait, what are you saying, Jay the Kid? Hold on. Him and Carl what? Him and Carl own 1501 Entertainment? Is that what you're trying to say? Her video is almost an hour long. Yeah, that's why I'm asking y'all to summarize it. Right. She named him because used him to try to intimidate her. That's what I'm saying. So as far as the restraining order is concerned, he's not listed on the restraining order. Secondly, as far as the that's what you're trying to say. Interesting. And I don't know at what point you came in. The kid JL. Am I saying that right? Yeah. But I did say earlier, I don't understand why Carl is bringing up, Jay or whatever. And I said, I wonder if he was like a silent partner of some sort, because I said, what does he have to do with 1501 Entertainment? So read the transcripts. So he is owner of. You're saying that Jay Prince, from what you read, you can confirm that Jay Prince and Carl Crawford both own 1501 Entertainment. Okay. So then why doesn't she have a restraining order against Jay? I'm not debunking what you said. Educate us. If you said you read something, then I want to know. These transcripts I will be going to look for myself as well. I'm not doubting what you're saying. Co-venture. Okay. So you think TMZ was scared to report the truth? Is that why they intentionally said that he was... TMZ wasn't the only one either. There were two other sources that said that he wasn't listed on the restraining order. Ooh, we getting into some stuffs in here. They said just because he came on board with the team that he's intimidated. Good luck with that. Interesting. This is holy breath? What the heck is holy breath? Interesting. Hey, Malcolm asking Meg right now. That's an interesting comparison. I get your point though. He has close ties to Drake, so come in. Jay Prince was the one that was on. Wasn't he on the Breakfast Club? Talking about the Drake and the Pusha T beef. That was him, right? Jay Prince has close ties to Drake, so come in. I gotta do research, and I didn't watch Love the T video because I came to this live. Oh, okay. Drake dissed her. Right. So, yes, he was on the Breakfast Club, right? And he was to Drake when to say when lyrics. Okay. All right. That kid, JL, you dropping some knowledge in here. So I guess we will be doing our research to see exactly who is listed on those court documents. You know, I'm going to be honest. When I first read this story, before the story even came out about her suing her record label and being granted a temporary restraining order, I didn't have a good feeling about it, because as soon as I saw that Carl brought up Jay Prince, I was like, ooh, I don't know if this is going to go well. Speaking of Breakfast Club, yes, that was my next topic. Thank you, Ray. Shout out to you. That's a beautiful segue. I love it. That's actually my next topic. That interview, man. Let me. Master P and Romeo, they came to school the Breakfast Club. That's what I got from it. That's what I got from it. Master P. First of all, can we talk about product placement? Master P had his chips, right? He had his noodles, his sneakers, a bag. I wonder. I don't even know where to start. Like, I was writing down so much stuff, and like little, like little positive affirmations or little. All right, let me just get into it, because I did take some notes. It was so much stuff. Where's my notes at? Yo, he displayed his rap snacks. I was here for it. He first thing out the gate that he wanted to address, which is what I jotted down, is how Kobe Bryant's parents weren't acknowledged at his memorial. So I knew. I said to myself, okay, okay, I get it. This is where we're gonna go. So he said that those are his parents. Now, you guys have been seeing video and commentary and reading stuff about what at this memorial that took place at the Staples Center where Beyonce sang. And I think Michael Jordan and Shaq, they talked. Shaq did acknowledge Kobe's parents, but people felt some type of way and they shared their opinions about the fact that Kobe's parents, who were there, and his other family members, they weren't acknowledged at all through the memorial. And I said to myself, I wondered too, like why they didn't speak, but maybe they didn't want to because it was so difficult. I don't know. So there's a whole bunch of speculation and stuff flying around. There's a whole bunch of speculation flying around, and yeah, so Master P brought that up. So I like that he started out giving props to Kobe, and I like the fact that he acknowledged Kobe's parents. Moving on, father and son. Of course, Master P is Romeo's dad. We know that, right? They control the conversation, and they didn't get tricked into being trashy. And I love an interview like that because I understand the interviewer, their objective is to get as much juicy topics as possible, or answer as many questions, whatever's going to give them ratings. I get all of that. And we know the Breakfast Club can be a multitude of things, right? They can be funny, they can be very informative, they can be a little bit trashy, a little bit messy, petty, etc. But Master P is an OG, okay? And he has trained up his son to also be an OG because they controlled this conversation. They weren't like gooped into answering stupid questions. Now, P did touch on growing up hip hop. I think Master P was more vocal about it. Romeo said his little 1-2-1-2 or whatnot. P pretty much told his son that he was proud of him for walking away from the money, because Romeo did say, like, let's not get it twisted, I was the highest paid on the show. So he just turned. They were like conversing with each other. They were talking to each other or what have you. So they were talking to each other, and they were interviewing each other. So Master P turned to his son, and Master P was just like, I'm proud of you, son. You didn't compromise your integrity for the bag. So I said, wait a minute, Romeo was the highest paid on the show? Now, that doesn't surprise me, because I'm pretty sure Master P looked over his contract, okay, see what I did there? And said, nah, this is royalty right here. He got to get paid top dollar. So his Master P was just proud of Romeo that he didn't, again, compromise his integrity. He also talked about the cast members making fun of Romeo owning, not endorsing, but owning ICDC College. I said, oh, did he say owning? So he just brought up the point where he just said, like, they making fun of that or whatever. What y'all want him to do? Y'all want him to be out there, down at the crack house, like selling crack and all this other stuff. So he pointed out that I was hoping that he would touch on this. He pointed out that JoJo ain't tough. He says, I have a lot of respect for that family. I don't want to say anything bad, about that family, but JoJo ain't about that life. You know what I mean? And he was speaking from a place of somebody who has been in the streets. Like, we know what Master P and his whole crew, we know what they come from, we know what they do. So he just like, JoJo's not that guy, and he also said that some of his family members, Master P, some of his family members still have that like street mentality. Like they trained to go, they ready to go. And he said that they were watching the show along, with them, and they were ready to like have a conversation, I'll put it that way, with JoJo, and he was just like, nah, man, that's a good young man right there. Like, he good people. He ain't about that life. Just leave him alone. So Master P was like, yeah, he said, because that's what people don't understand. Like, they can play like they're tough, but there's really people out there that really want to get crunk with it, right? So I thought that was interesting. So what else did he say? That ICDC college though comment, I was like, Romeo owns ICDC college? Now look, the commercial was low budget. I'm just saying, but he owns a school? That's amazing. Like, what, you can't hate on that. Well, people will hate on that, but you can't. What can you say to that? Anyway, Romeo also said that he wants to celebrate his that darn Romeo, man. He said that he wants to celebrate his dad and give his dad his roses while he's here. They were just bigging each other up, like humbly, like there was no arrogance, no cockiness. Master P is a Taurus. Us Tauruses, we get straight to the point. We're blunt. We don't have the time to dance around topics and to be, sugarcoat certain things, especially when it comes to things. And I'm sure that this is not an exclusive trait to Tauruses, but I can relate to Master P's hustle and energy. When we have our mind set on something, or when anyone has their mind set on something and they're a go-getter, they're going to go get it. And I love the narrative, or the example, I should say, that Master P is setting. This man, like he said, he came from the projects. Brother went to jail, lived a rough life. And he made the choice to get himself out of the trenches. He's just basically saying no one can stop you but you. A lot of people cry and quit. He said, nah, cry and keep going. He said we have to stop basically letting people pit us against each other, us meaning black people. He said there's so many negative representations of black people, and he's just on some positive vibes. I just love the fact that Romeo was bigging up his father. His father was bigging up his son. The way he speaks to his son and of his son, you can tell that he respects him as a man. You can totally tell that they respect each other, and that is important. And he's very grateful. Romeo's very grateful. Master P, again, he just keeps talking about how far he's come and getting a second chance at life. He said a lot of people don't get a second chance. And this is just such a much needed representation of black royalty to me. Because here it is, a man, right, who has come from where he's come from, beat the odds, got a second chance, is all about helping his community. Now, he's not going to help you and you ain't going to do nothing. He's all about uplifting people around him. He's all about pushing. He wants people to push him. He's all about pushing other people to greatness. He's in his son's life. Now, when they talk about their family, because again, they didn't spend a lot of time on the show, which was great. They owned this interview. Like I said, they came to school the Breakfast Club, and I was here for it. And it was effortless. And Master P is smart as it pertains to media. He knows how this thing goes. He knows how the quote unquote hustle goes, in the street and corporate hustles as well. And you can tell. Excuse me. So when he was talking about family, I forgot who it was that asked Romeo about something that was going on with his mother and Master P back in the day. You see how quick that came into the media and how quick that fell out of the media? Because Master P said at the end of the day, regardless, we are family. Yeah, we always not going to get along, but he's not doing all of that exposing and because till they die, they're family to the day they die. And he really, the black family and the black family structure, the black dollar, the black community, he's very serious about that. And he's not just saying it, he is doing it. He talked about having the ramen noodles. And he said, can you believe, he said, a lot of us from the hood, like, grew up on ramen noodles. He said he was speaking about himself and his family and his community. He said, a lot of us grew up eating this stuff. And we ain't making no money off of it. So here it is, I go and I create this product, right? And somebody said to him how much sodium that got in it. And he was like, you wasn't worrying about how much sodium it had when it wasn't a black person who owned this product. And he said sometimes, black people are pretty much trained to tear each other down because I can't do it, so I don't want to see you have it. listen, I'm pretty sure every last one of you in here has a similar story. Every last one of you in here has a similar story of someone who doesn't think that you deserve to be X, Y, and Z. You don't deserve blessings, or you don't deserve to elevate beyond where they met you. And they will do every and anything to try to keep you where they met you. And he also said there's nothing wrong with cutting people off. You have to elevate. You have to evolve. We've heard that before. You know? So he says, if people are not adding to your success and your growth, then you might have to sever ties with them. There's nothing wrong with that. You can't stay stagnant. It's like it's too much money to be made out here, too much life to be lived, you know? And Romeo says that society hates seeing black men pass down money and wisdom to their children. Listen, dropping jewels. I think I watched it like twice. I'm probably going to watch it again. Master P, I don't like to say that he's underrated or he doesn't get the credit he deserves. He doesn't like all that pomp and circumstance. He says he don't like all that attention because he says he's not doing it for the money. I believe that because he's probably been accustomed to being wealthy for so long, and it's like, okay, I enjoyed the jewelry when I was younger, all this other stuff, but now it's about building a legacy to pass down to his son, who his son will hopefully pass down to his children, and he's a mogul mastermind. Again, he has sneakers, chips, bags, faith-based programs, among other things. He talks about putting God first in everything. And he said they were even making fun of the what is it called? The text message, like Bible study on the show, and then the daily, inspirational text message and stuff. He said they were making fun of that. He said, that's fine. And he would have Bible study. And I like that. I like that he would have Bible study. He did it remember when Boogie was going through what he was going through? They had Bible study for Brianna was there. And, Master P wanted all of his young Romeo's friends or peer group to join in. I think that's a good thing. We need to see things like that on TV. Let me tell you what else Master P said. I'm not reading any of the chat. One Don Diva, I know you in here. Don't be afraid to block any profanity, any threats, anything that's talking about like canceling Christmas and this person is gonna die. Block them, get them out of here. You have my permission. You have the wrench, my dear. Use it, young one, use it. So I'm not looking, I'm just going off. I'm not looking at the chat, so I have no idea what's going on. Master P, dang, I totally forgot. Oh, Master P was talking about grown up hip hop, right? Like I said, he didn't stay on this, but when he talked about the Romeo leaving, and he talked about the production, and we know production behind these reality shows, they push and push and push you because they want you to they want to create drama because they have a job to do. Like Master P said, they have a job to do. Their job is to boost ratings and to get ratings and all this other stuff. So on my last grown up hip hop review, right, I said you can tell that Romeo is over it because production kept asking him, oh, what about Angela? Did you leave any drama behind? Did you see Angela at the party? And Romeo was being petty, I guess, on purpose because he made it very clear that he does not want to talk about Angela. And what do they do? Keep bringing up Angela. Master P didn't say anything bad or anything that wasn't true about production over there at WeTV. He said he understands. He's like, look, I understand that they have a job to do. I get it. We all have a job to do, right? So he says, but what people have to understand is, okay, after those checks, don't get stuck there. You know what I mean? Don't get stuck in that reality TV game. Because after they're done with you, or after the show is over, or after you leave there, you're going to be left with the reputation of this character on this reality TV star. Like every reality TV show has the villain, you have the funny one, you have the one that causes the drama. And he said that reputation is going to stay with you. And then what happens when those reality TV checks dry up and then your reputation is trash? It's going to be difficult for you to move on and do other things. So this is why he says He's proud of Romeo for stepping out of that, because everybody was starting to always associate him with Angela. And I get it. He's outgrown it. Like Romeo said in the show, in his confessional, I didn't sign up to be a part of no soap opera. Like, if we gonna talk about like how we're working and what we're doing, let's talk about that. But I didn't, this drama stuff, nah, this is whack. This is whack. So I think he was just saying, like, my son is good because my son got multiple streams of income on his own. Never mind what I'm passing down to him. But some of y'all stuck on this reality. Y'all bounce from reality TV show to reality TV show. He didn't say that. I'm just saying that. Look at JoJo. JoJo was on Growing Up Hip Hop New York, right? Now he's on LA, trying to build this narrative that he's a tough guy or whatever. Same thing with Bow Wow. Right? So I just love, his appreciation for life, Master P. He always gives God praise. Same thing with Romeo. He was reading a Bible scripture. He's just dedicated to building the black community through his actions. And as an older black man, a seasoned black man, an accomplished, experienced black man, he can tell you he's still got a little street in him. And I think that he's utilized that to help him be successful in the, I guess, quote unquote, corporate world. So I just enjoyed this freaking interview or session overall. Like, y'all really got to watch this interview. He was given free game. Knowledge is priceless. So when P said some people cry and quit, he said, nah, cry and keep going. He talked about financial literacy. He told athletes and rappers or anyone, he said, anybody, anything, anyone coming into the game or anyone, dedicate 1 hour a week to learning about financial literacy. Free game. Free game. So like I said, Charlemagne and them, they were getting schooled, and you could tell that they were really taking in the information. You could tell that they were really being educated because they shut up and listened. They shut up and listened. Angela tried to ask him if he had a girlfriend. Romeo said maybe, because Romeo said, I'm single. I don't know if he said it sounded like he was joking. But yeah. They actually shut up and listen. It was so good. It was like 35 minutes. Master P was like, let me tell you something. And it's funny because I say that too. I say that a lot. Like, let me tell you something. Like, when you're trying to emphasize a point or whatever. Let me tell you something. He just emphasized integrity and not being afraid to grow up and change. I'm so here for that. Because sometimes you're so afraid, like he says that, you'll be afraid of leaving people behind. You'll be so afraid of what people are going to think. And you shouldn't be. He said Master P said he don't even want anybody. What did he say? He said, I don't want anybody running beside or standing beside me anymore. I want people around me that are going to push me. How old is Master P? Does anybody know? I would like to see Master P married. I wonder if he got a lady. He probably the type of guy that would keep his relationship super private, especially now. He was with Romeo's mother for a long time, though. I think, yeah, they were together for a long time. But I just, oh gosh, this is just so good to see. We need this. We need more of this. I'm here for this. And Master P is not talking a bunch of mumbo jumbo. This man has been in the game for a long time. He is a OG, triple OG. He knows what he's talking about. This man got chips. Chips, y'all. Sneakers. Noodles. He knows what he's talking about. Much respect to Percy Miller. Put a handle on his name, Mr. Percy Miller, Master P, for showing black excellence. And also how he is rearing Romeo. He can tell Romeo, Rome, don't do this. Rome, you got to do this. Rome, and he's hard. I know I know he is a fierce disciplinarian. I can tell. But he is leading by example. You can tell somebody, oh, you should do this. Why don't you try this? Oh, why don't you do this? And you're like, why? I don't know. I don't know. Just try it. I'm not taking no advice from nobody like that. And I don't think Romeo would take advice from his father if his father was so, fickle and just, his father is out here doing the work, building foundations, helping people, putting his money where his mouth is. That man is always working. And he's working to build. Yes, he should enjoy the fruits of his labor. He's worked hard. But he's also trying to teach us how to get it. When he said that Romeo owned ICDC College, y'all, and listen, like I said, the commercials are low budget, but I can't be mad at him for representing ICDC College. He said, you don't hear anything about my son or me in the press out here wilding and acting crazy. Romeo actually said that. You don't hear anything about me in the press acting up or wilding out or doing anything or whatever. His father makes sure that he understands how to be accountable for his actions. He is representing No Limit, a huge brand that his father, and Romeo's uncles, and whosoever else helped build. Royalty, baby. I'm here for it. Listen. That interview went by too fast for me. I wasn't even watching the time. I was just engulfed in the interview. So much knowledge, priceless. And this is coming from someone who's done it. Master P is not arrogant. He's not cocky. He's a no nonsense type of person. Like I can totally relate. I don't want to hear all that. That's my attitude sometimes. And I don't want anybody want to hear all that. Like what's gonna get done? Like I'm real. Let's get it done. What's up? What do we have to do? And the legacy that he's passing down to his children. Oh. Master P has worked hard, man. He has worked really hard over the years. And his son is working hard as well. I don't know what the other children are doing. But Romeo's work ethic is just like his father. And in this day and age, as a black man, that's definitely going to be to your benefit. Romeo's a respectable young man. I'm just saying. Romeo is Master P's legacy. And I totally get why he pushes him so hard. This interview was just all around good food, positive vibes all day, every day. All day, every day. And I was totally here for it. Totally here for it. And see, you know what I like about this too? There's a lot of people that will spend the effort and the energy to keep up appearances, to make things look like it's XYZ, instead of actually doing the freaking work. Do the work. Do the work. Nobody cares about that keeping up appearance stuff. Trust me, majority of the people are not even paying attention to you anyway. Fruitless labor. Do the work. Master P had most of his products displayed right there on the Breakfast Club table during the interview. I loved it. Do the work. So when you see people grinding and hustling and stuff like that, or anything, it doesn't have to be in the entertainment industry, just trying to be a better person, motivating other people, motivating themselves. When you see people constantly working, whether it's on themselves, with other people, whatever it is, to build whatever, watch their fruit. Watch the fruits of their labor. Always watch their fruits. Those are the people that you kind of want to watch. Maybe even, have a conversation or two with. Wisdom, free wisdom, 30 minutes. And I got a lot of wisdom for free. I'm telling you, that interview is saved. Interview is saved because it's well worth it. Let me get to the chat, see what you guys talking about. So I'm wondering if Romeo and Angela's relationship was fake this entire time. He said that they had a real friendship. He did say that they had a real friendship, but he says after, this is Romeo, he said after a while, it just started to get, I guess in a nutshell, he said it started to get fake. And he said that after a while, she was only his friend, she was only his friend basically when the cameras were rolling and it was time to start filming. That video was excellent. Alright, let me see what's happening. Master P is so underrated. He doesn't get the props that he deserves. Jays and Diddy's, yeah. They didn't, yeah. They did not come to play. Listen, Percy, I love Percy. Master P just put it out there. He was like, look, JoJo is not that dude. JoJo ain't from the street. JoJo ain't no tough guy. And it's true. He's not. He's not. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Thank you. So I'm wondering, was Romeo, I read that already. Yes, there never was a relationship. I think that he entertained the idea of a relationship. It just never happened. See how black folks do each other. What's funny about owning a school? We got to do better, right? What, Ray? You a tourist too, girl? Yeah, I listen. I know that hustle go getter mentality is like I said, it's not exclusive to Tauruses, but I'm a Taurus. I know male Tauruses whose hustle game is insane, like Master P. Like, it's just something, you can't tell us no. We don't care about your no or your yes anyway. We're going to do what we going to do. If we have our mindsets, that's why people call us stubborn. And to me, what is stubborn about me not allowing you to tell me what to do? Who knows me better than me? So because I don't want to do it your way, I'm stubborn? That's crazy to me. Anyway. I have that get it done. I don't have time. We could talk about all the other idiosyncrasies later. What needs to be done? My mother is like that too. My mother's an Aries. Like, all right. What needs to be done? All right, let's get this cracking. We can sit down and powwow about it later. Like, if it's got to get done, I got to get it done. I don't have time for all of that other stuff. Like, let's go. Let's get it done. I need a Miller's reality TV show that they control. True. I just love this. And you have Master P, who the young kids will look up to, as an elder figure, and then who's relatable, because he is relatable. Master P is relatable, right? He's not just some cornball just trying to say things that sound good. He's very relatable. You were smiling with pride the whole interview, and I don't even know them folks. It was very refreshing to hear. Look, who has kids? Oh, Romeo, you mean? Tina Marie, you hope he has kids with a black woman? Romeo, right? Oh, Rome. Master P is 49? Wow. This interview solidified Angela's stupidity. She had Rome after her and chose Bow Wow. Bow Wow, a felon. Bow Wow got a felony charge? No way, y'all. School me. I was here for this interview, man. This interview got me pumped. I saw it yesterday. As soon as I got off the live yesterday, I was like, oh, it popped up on my YouTube. No, but her baby daddy does. Wait, I'm confused. Somebody fill me in. Oh, her baby that. Oh, I get what you're saying. Oh, girl, you shady. You shady, Tina Marie. I get what you're saying. Oh, that's what, you know what? I'm glad you said that. Master P even said, he said, we dealing with real life situations out here. He said, Angela lost her son's father. Like, this is a time where we should be coming together, and we should all be supporting one another and all this other stuff. Not dealing with no fabricated reality TV BS. Master P kept it all the way real. Did you guys see it? Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you've seen it. It seems like most of you did watch it. I loved it, every minute of it. I like hearing Master P. He's been on the Breakfast Club before. I really enjoy him. I just totally get his personality. Hey, it's a fat hermit. Yeah. Exactly. And I think that's why she was, remember last season, Angela was very uncomfortable. She was very, very, very uncomfortable talking about being engaged. It was even weird. And she just made everything weird when she announced to everyone that she was pregnant. Right? Remember? It was just like, what happened here? Even when she was talking to her sister last season, and she said to her sister, not last season, it was the season before that. Whatever season she was pregnant. And she was saying to her sister, oh, it happened, I got pregnant like the first time that we did something. And Vanessa was looking like, girl, virgin. Like, what are you talking about, Angela? It's like, see what I'm saying? Look how that just comes back around. Look how much effort it's taking you. Look how much wasted energy that's not producing any fruit. Look how much energy it's taking you to keep up this appearance, this image. It is ridiculous. And then only for it all to end up being exposed anyway. All exposed anyway. And you look stupid. It, like Tina Marie said, it just solidified Angela's stupidity. So see, fruitless ventures. All of that was pointless. Pointless. Granted, you don't have to tell anybody your business. It's not about that. You know what I'm saying? But don't and you talking down to other people. Angela, you got your brother out here, JoJo, building invisible record labels and thinking that he's a thug. Like, what are you doing? What is this? You're not a tough guy. Stop it already. Go away. I wonder if them being under so much pressure to have to keep up this appearance, who taught them that? That's an even better question. Who taught you that you had to make it look like this was XYZ? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, where does that stem from? Why look at these kids. And Vanessa just seems like she has anxiety and panic attacks every day, right? She's so anxious about everything. Everything is so she looks like she's afraid of her sister. She's afraid to speak, and then she's telling people that they didn't give her an opportunity to speak. And Angela's annoying. It seems like she just never grew up. You know what I mean? And Romeo did. That's the bottom line. Romeo grew up. Romeo said, look, let's not get it twisted. I was the highest paid on the show. You would think that it would be the Simmons children, right? When Master P talked about people asking about the sodium in his noodles, he was talking about Charlemagne. He was talking to Charlemagne. Rich kids don't understand it's cooler to not be a thug. Right! Thug is a default choice. Okay. It's a mode of survival for some people, right? The thuggery. You know what I'm saying? But JoJo, if you don't sit down, and not to mention, how old is JoJo, y'all? Since y'all know all the tea. JoJo, you a grown man with a whole child out here. Really? You keep it up, you're gonna end up like Dame Dash. Keep it up, JoJo. You're gonna end up just like Dame Dash. Dame Dash never grew up. There was no evolution with him. And Dame Dash, fun fact, Dame Dash is a tourist also. But he a different kind. Mm-hmm. He a different kind of tourist. But he's Dame Dash has not evolved. It seems like he is the same individual that he was when they were selling Rockaware in Macy's. Okay, back in the day. Like, no evolution. Nobody's saying that you have to change who you are, but some of your beliefs should mature, some of your behaviors should mature. You know what I mean? You can't look at how he threw a temper tantrum at the counseling session. Reminiscent of when he went into the boardroom at Rockefeller Records because he found out that he might not have a job anymore, or that Jay-Z was selling his share or bought him out and was selling his share of Rockefeller. Or they called a meeting. He wasn't aware of the meeting. He bust into the boardroom, cussing everybody out, being so disruptive. And we fast forward years later, and look at what he's doing to his children. No evolution, nothing. And his fruits dried up a long time ago. Charlemagne wasn't the only one that was saying that, though. There were a lot of people that were saying that. So he could have been, he was addressing, I don't doubt that he was addressing Charlemagne, but he wasn't addressing Charlemagne only, because Charlemagne wasn't the only one talking about the sodium level in his noodles. When Master P, Dame's ego is to blame for his stagnancy. Yeah, it's his insecurity. It's his false sense of ego. Yeah, well, he's ruled by his ego. Yeah. He's not open to hearing the wisdom of others that would allow him to grow. He thinks he knows everything because he's insecure. That is like, he might as well get that tattooed on his forehead. Beware, I am insecure. Might as well. He's ruled by his ego. His id and his super ego are extremely suppressed because he is ruled by his ego. And again, he's in his 40s too. You have children, grown children. And you mean to tell me that your children, your greatest legacy, can't even sit you down and talk to you? He's his own worst enemy. I would stay away from him. Because when he, crashes and burns, I don't want to be nowhere near it. He's extremely insecure. He doesn't want to get to the root of his issues because he's got a lot of them. That's why everything is look how everything is always so public and unfolding with him. Dame is annoying. Like, he's just annoying. He's not even, I don't even know who's worse, him or Kenya Moore. All right, y'all. We an hour and 13 minutes in. Real Housewives. Is it Real Housewives? No, not Real Housewives. That's already up. Love and Hip Hop New York. That's going to be airing. It's already locked and loaded, y'all. At 11:30 Eastern time. So in another 28 minutes. So I'm gonna get off so you guys can go watch that. I'm going to get ready to do. Oh my God, Love and Hip Hop Miami. Yo. Yeah, anyway, so that'll be up later. And then I'm also going to try to get up Cherish Today as well. So, Royal Family, I am going to be signing off. And you guys have not been reminding me about the question of the day. All right, so this one is probably too much, but whatever, I'm extra. If this is the question of the day, if you had to choose between being in pain emotionally or being in pain physically for 30 days, which would you choose? Which one is worse to you? Again, question of the day for those who are watching the replay. If you had to choose between being in pain emotionally or physically for 30 days. Which would you choose? I know that's like so like what? Who the heck wants to be in pain? So go ahead and drop your comments. I'm getting ready to sign off. Miss One Don Diva. Don't try me 23. Thank you, thank you, thank you for holding it down in the Chizat. Again, make sure your notifications are on 11:30 Eastern time. Love and Hip Hop, what did I say? New York? Love and Hip Hop New York is gonna be airing. And then Love and Hip Hop Miami, that'll be airing later on today. And then I have to finish watching Cherish the Day so I can get that up too, because I'm liking that show so far. So hopefully you guys have a positive and productive day on purpose. Be blessed. Be blessed. Yeah, be slow to speak and quick to listen. Trust me, it can go a long way. So don't forget to share the video if you did not hit the like button and you enjoyed the commentary. Please do so. It costs you nothing, and it also helps the channel grow. So I appreciate you guys. This was real fun, informative. You know, we got some Houston, Texas information. We got educated on a couple of things. So, Royal Family, I'm signing off. So I hope you enjoyed the Love and Hip Hop New York review, Housewives review. That went up at like 2 o'clock in the morning. That's up. Shah's the Sunset, that's up. So I'm gonna be pumping out videos today. So my goal is seven videos in one day. I'm here for it because I'm a tourist and I'm all about the grind and the hustle. So Royal Family, I love you for watching. Again, have a positive, safe, productive, blessed day. And until next time, peace.